Hey guys, this is Lena, and today I want to talk a little about NaNoWriMo. So for those of you who have done NaNoWriMo in the past, you know absolutely what I'm talking about, and you've probably seen tons and tons of YouTube videos about it lately, considering it's about a week away. But those of you who don't know what it is, NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month, and it's a bit of a mouthful. NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo. Some people say NaNoWriMo. Anyways, it's basically an international writing challenge that writers all over the world take part in which you write a 50,000 word novel in the span of 30 days. Damn, it's a mouthful. And as crazy as it sounds to do, it is about 10 times crazier when you actually do it. This is going to be the 4th year that I'm doing this. I started in 2011. I discovered it just kind of by chance, like October of my junior year of high school, and it was already mid to late October, and I was like, oh, this sounds really interesting, this sounds really cool, I should do this. And I spent like a week and a half just planning this story to write, and I did it, and the very first year I did it, I won. And for those of you who have never done NaNoWriMo before, winning is when you have validated your 50,000 words. And again, when you're writing this, you don't have to write a novel. I know it's National Novel Writing Month, but a lot of people will write like fan fictions or epic poems or scripts or just spend the time trying to better their writing skills. So it's not like you absolutely 100% have to write a novel. Personally, I prefer to write a novel just because I really like the longer stories. I really like having to plan it out. I really, really enjoy every aspect of that. Now, as I mentioned, it is about a week away now, and I have already started personally my own little nano prep. I've already, I like to get those big desk calendars and just kind of plot how many words a day you have to do. So in order to reach the 50,000 words, and if you want to just evenly spread it all out, you have to write 1,667 words a day. So I personally like to just have it all like written out. In the past, I've also written them in little like planners. So this was my planner from 2013, and last November was my first year of college, so it was kind of really ridiculous for me. But when I ended up writing out the whole month, and the page totally fell out, that's how ridiculous it was. This is about how my planner looked, and all the smiley face stickers were basically my little incentive of how I would be like, yes, I finished today's word count, smiley face stamp. And it's really nice to give yourself those little prizes when you're doing NaNoWriMo, and it's not really like a total prize, but it's really good to just kind of check it off your list, give yourself a little bit of a smiley face stamp. God, this page is totally gone now. And just really feel like you've really done something. Now I'm going to be ping-ponging back and forth of explaining NaNoWriMo and what I'm doing to prepare and how I've done things in the past. But basically, part of the reason why I decided to do NaNoWriMo in the first place when I first started initially in 2011 was because I wanted to improve myself as a writer. Writing is something that I'd always really cared about and always felt really passionate about, and stories, and I'd always been like a really big and avid reader, and so it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to create my own stories. And when I first started NaNoWriMo, I remember the first day, November 1st, 2011. It was me and this other girl that I met on Tumblr, and we were both doing it for the first time, and we were looking at other people's word counts, because when you're doing NaNoWriMo, you get paired up with these people, like this group of people, and you get to see their word counts, you guys get to help each other out and ask each other questions. If it's your first year doing it and it's their like 8th year doing it, you can go to them for help and kind of mentor you. They can help you along with the writing process, and it's really great to know that you're not alone. So that first year, initially, me and this other girl that I met on Tumblr, I believe her name was Ellen, I don't remember now, but we were looking at other people's word counts, and I remember some people had like knocked out like 5,000 words the first day, and there I was struggling, trying to chug my way up to 1,667, and I felt ridiculous. I felt very slow. I was wondering if I was doing the right thing. Junior year was a really busy time, especially as a high school student, and I was the only person in my whole school district, much less, the only person in my high school, much less my whole school district, actually doing something this crazy. I was the only person who'd ever actually heard of doing something this crazy. And so I felt really like proud of myself, but at the same time I felt very overwhelmed. I felt like I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't sure, how to go about it. And what I've learned since then is that everybody goes at their own pace. Some people will knock out 5,000 words the first day, and some people will go slow as they can. Some people, if it's your first year doing it, you might not even get to that 1,667 the first day. But my advice to you is to just keep going. If that's something that's holding you back, you're like, oh, I don't know if I have enough time to write. 1,667 words sounds like a lot of words every day. November's such a jam-packed month. My advice, you have to stop that mentality. Like, if you really want to do something like NaNoWriMo, you have to really, really, really commit to it, and you have to believe in yourself. And initially that was part of my own struggle, and now here I am 4 years later. The past 3 years I have won every single year, and it is the best feeling in the world. Granted, it's every year I always procrastinate, so like the very last day I always have tons and tons of words to write, and I get on like this writing frenzy, and there might be several points in the evening in which I cry, but by midnight I have validated my novel, and I've hit that 50,000 word finish line, and I've crossed it, and I feel great about myself. And it's just like the best feeling in the world. And November is, well, it's always been one of my favorite months, but now it is like absolutely my favorite month. I love Thanksgiving because who doesn't love to eat? Eating is fantastic. Just saying. And also because NaNoWriMo has become one of my favorite things, and this year for the first time I am actually attending the Night of Writing Dangerously, and I'm super excited about it because I was one of the first, I believe 50 people, I think it was the first 50 people to RSVP, and I'm thrilled. And so if you've never done NaNoWriMo before and you don't know what I'm talking about, the Night of Writing Dangerously is basically this fundraising event that the Office of Letters and Light, who are the people who put on NaNoWriMo and things like Camp NaNoWriMo, which takes place I think different months. Sometimes it's April, sometimes it's March. I remember one year it was like July. It changes. It's basically a way of doing NaNoWriMo in a month that isn't October. But anyway, so the Office of Letters of Light will put on this fundraising event every November. So it's, I'm really bad with the dates. I want to say it's November 16th. It might be the 15th, it might be the 17th, but it's around then. And it's essentially, to attend, you have to fundraise about $250. If you want to bring a guest, it has to be about $350. And you make this little fundraising page, and you help fundraise, and then you get to attend this special, exclusive event. And it's basically this ballroom in San Francisco, and you get to meet writers from all around the world. And I always see pictures about it, and I always get really sad because I personally live in the Bay Area. It's not that far away from where I live, and yet every year I'm always on the other side of the screen just watching the Facebook videos and the Facebook photos of what people post and how much fun they're having. But this year I did it. I fundraised my money. I'm gonna go. I already RSVP'd, and I'm super excited about it. So that's it for now. I just wanted to make a little bit of an introductory kind of nano video, and I will absolutely be making tons more videos. I want to do one every day this November. I want to really stick with it. Plus I feel like it'll help me really get in the mindset of the novel that I'm working on. And because in my novel, there's this girl who makes videos, and it's complicated, but essentially it's part of the mindset that I want to get on board with. So I'm going to be making some more introductory kind of nano prep videos, show you a couple of my writing journals that I've done in the past, talk a little bit about my experience with NaNoWriMo, and I absolutely am not an expert on this. I'm not even claiming to be an expert. I do have a little bit of experience just because I have done it and won it 3 times. This will be my 4th time. Fingers crossed, don't want to jinx it, but and I think it'll be really interesting to see how this progresses. So I'm really excited, and thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks.